YouTube, what's going on? I'm trying to fix this camera here. The light beaming in the door and shit. But yeah, man. Yeah, this video is about Schneider's lease purchase. Has nothing to do with the choice board. It's just Schneider's lease. All right. Here's how Schneider's lease works.
Home. Messaging. You have 7 hours and 50 minutes of remaining drive time.
Yeah, let me turn this off. With Schneider's lease purchase, Schneider Finance is a separate company. All right. You know, Schneider Finance is a sub company of Schneider Carriers or Schneider National Carriers or whatever you want to say it. But they both operate as separate entities. So like if y'all thinking about getting a truck and you go through Schneider Finance, you got to do an application for the truck, and then you got to do an application for the job, for the actual job itself. So if you go and fill out an application for the job, the recruiter is going to ask you to go and fill out an application to go get a truck if you don't have a truck. So what I've been hearing from a lot of guys is um I'm trying to say it like, what I've been hearing from a lot of guys is that I hear fear in their heart when I talk to them. They scared of a lease purchase. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know what I mean? Because when you don't know about something, you doing research, you going online, you talking to people. Because in the past, lease purchase programs, they have a bad rap. Lease purchase programs just catch a bad rap because a lot of guys don't succeed in a lease purchase. You know what I mean? So it's like, um, but I'm making this video to tell y'all that you got to do your research and find companies that set you up to pay for the truck. All right? Because if you're not going to pay for the truck and get the title, to me, it's just a waste of time. You know what I mean? You can go on the street and you can go on the street anywhere and put a down payment on a used truck. I could have done that. You know what I mean? I have $5,000. I can go get a used truck. But the reason why, like my previous video, it's about cash flow. I'd rather keep my money and go get a truck for free. Like, you guys don't understand. These companies are giving these trucks away. It's a free truck because, like, how I see it, if you're going to run a truck, you might as well put yourself in a position to own the damn thing. Do a lease purchase or something. Don't do no straight lease where you just lease it and never intend on owning it. That's just a waste of time to me. But companies in the past had a bad rap. So, like, if you go to talk to, like, guys who've been in the business 10, 15, 20 years and you ask them about a lease purchase, a lot of guys are not going to support leasing a truck or doing a lease purchase because a lot of these companies in the past have railroaded drivers. You got that contract and, they it's just set guys up for failure. But let me tell you this. How Schneider Finance does their lease, this has nothing to do with Schneider. I'm sure they have some kind of agreement together, but Schneider Finance and Schneider National are totally different entities. But, they're the same company, but they operate separately. So when you sign up for a lease purchase with Schneider Finance, that's your truck. They treat you as an independent contractor. You go on a load board and pick your loads. They don't have nothing to do with that truck. They don't care what you do with that truck. If your truck break down, it's on you. You deal with the truck manufacturer. So if my truck breaks down or something like that, I call Freightliner, or I call with Schneider Finance. They have a truck care department that sets up, billing from your maintenance account and stuff like that. Or if your truck is under warranty, they set up all that stuff. That's separate from Schneider. And I'm saying that is because there are companies out here where when you do a lease purchase, you can't take that truck to another company if you feel like you're not being treated fairly. So, like, when you leave the company, you got to leave the truck, and you just wasted all that time, all that money you invested into that truck. Like, with this truck, I can take this truck, put it on with Landstar, I can put it on with Roadrunner, I can put it on with JB Hunt. I can do whatever I want to do because this is my truck. That's how Schneider Finance sets me up to where I can take this truck anywhere. And that's what my finance rep told me. So, because this is another thing. When you guys get into these lease purchase programs, get with your finance rep, wherever you getting the truck from, and ask questions. Ask questions. So, like, what I asked my finance rep, I asked him. I was like, hey, what if I decide to leave Schneider? What happens, me in this truck? Well, he told me, I got a 1-year lease in this truck. So he told me, well, you got to find a company to put that truck on with. So it's like this truck, he told me, like, that truck is yours. That truck belongs to you. I can do whatever I want to do with this truck. So, like, what I have to do, I got to go out and just find another job, just like you fill out applications. And that's what he told me. So it's just like with a lot of guys, what they get confused is that they get up on a lease purchase and they're thinking that, okay, say you go to JB Hunt, or say you go to shit. Just say you go to JB Hunt, right? And you run with JB Hunt for about 2 or 3 months, and then you get a shitty fleet manager, and they're not giving you loads, and you're not running good. So, like, with companies like JB Hunt, if you leave the company, you got to give the truck back. You just wasted 2 months of your time. With Schneider, they don't do that. When you sign or whatever your term lease is, a 1-year lease, 2-year lease, 3-year lease, whatever, that truck is yours for the duration of that lease. So you have to complete that lease before you get that truck back. So what Schneider Finance lets you do, you can put that truck on with any company, like I said before. So you're not tied down to that company. So to me, that's a better situation. It gives you more flexibility. It's kind of like Quality, but Quality only lets you put that truck on from their list of carriers. If you go on Quality companies and you're looking for a truck, they have a list of companies that they allow you to pull for. And I don't think Schneider is on that list, but you can go to Lone Mountain and get a truck. I don't like their trucks because they're used trucks. A lot of them trucks on there got 400,000 and 500,000 miles on it. I mean, they have some new trucks, but you have to put down a healthy down payment. You got to put down a big down payment. And like with Schneider Finance, the trucks are free, depending on your credit, or because Schneider Finance, they don't really go by credit. They do, but then they don't. They look at you as a person. They address your integrity, your work ethic. Are you a hard worker? Your work history. Do you jump jobs all the time? So like, yeah. So this is a video about, this is addressing Schneider Finance and their lease. their lease purchase program. To me, I think it's a great program. Yeah, the payment's a little high, but then again, you making money. You know what I mean? You out here, you making money. It's just business. It's just like, to me, I look at it as like, if I'm gonna be a company driver and drive the truck, I might as well put myself in a position to own the truck. You know, if you're running 10, 15 years, I might as well own the truck. So, yeah. So like Schneider, the trucks that Schneider Finance has got, the trucks are not governed. They're wide open. Um, you can do whatever you want to do with the truck. You can put an inverter in it. You can do whatever you want. So the trucks that Schneider Finance got, they have trucks with APUs, tri-pack APUs. They got electric, idle-free APUs, and then you can get a truck without an APU if you don't want to. But who's not gonna get an APU? But if you get an APU, I think there's like an upgrade fee. They change that fee all the time. So for me, um, at that particular time, there wasn't an upgrade fee because I got a Freightliner. Depending on the type of truck you get, it may be uh, a deposit or some kind of upgrade. I forgot what they call it, but it's some kind of fee you got to pay for extra accessories on the truck. Like if you wanted to put your company logo on the truck, you can do whatever you want to do with the truck because it's your truck. That's how Schneider Finance look at it. Like a lot of companies, like with Prime and stuff like that, they don't let you take that truck to another company. With Schneider Finance, you can do whatever you want to do with the truck. Um, um, yeah, so that's a big difference between Schneider Finance and a lot of other companies. Because Schneider Finance, they're set up just like a private uh, equipment dealer, you know, a truck dealer. They sell trucks. That's it. So like, you know, you can go in there off the street. Because like, if you don't have to pull for Schneider and run on the choice board. If you go to Schneider Finance, you could be with um you can drive for Landstar and get a truck. Because if any of you guys notice, you see a lot of Schneider Finance trucks pulling other company trailers. Like I see a lot of Landstar drivers. I know a few guys who drive for Landstar well, I know one guy, he used to drive for Schneider, but then he quit. He took his truck over to Landstar. I bumped to another dude. He took his truck to shit. Where did he take that truck to? He took that truck over to uh I think it was Roadrunner, but whatever. But yeah, Snyder Finance, you can take your truck anywhere you want to do. Long as you current on your payments, you're not behind, you can do whatever you want to do with that truck. So yeah, guys, this is just a video clearing up some misunderstandings about Snyder Finance and their trucks. Um, yeah, man. Uh, you know, I'll see y'all next time. All right.